Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kevin. I've been working with RTNI for a few years now. Really love the relationships I've been able to build and watch God build through RTNI. So, just thinking of some things that I've learned through a lot of trial and error and just hearing wisdom from Emily and Aaron and other volunteers. There's a lot of really great people and resources. Don't be afraid to ask them for anything. Advice, help, input. If there's a kid that you're not sure what to do, just pull another adult or a mentor, or a volunteer, mentor, tutor, whatever capacity there is. Just invite them over; they'll help you out. That's really the best way to learn is in the moment. But just a few highlights of things that would be helpful. One, being an introvert, it's very difficult for me to just talk to kids when they're shy. But even if you're not an introvert, the best way to interact with kids is ask lots of questions, engage. Just if they're not talking and giving you answers, just tell them about your day. Start being an annoying extrovert, and just giving them lots of time and opportunity to see that, hey, this is a time where we can talk and we can share what's going on in our lives, and like set that standard for, hey, this is what I'm excited about in my week. This is a goal I have for this month. This is something I liked in school. This is an activity I really love to do. Just anything and everything. And also with that, give lots of feedback, even for little things. But yeah, with the feedback, don't try to resist acknowledging bad and negative behavior as much as possible. It's not that kids are bad, it's that kids have learned that they'll get attention by acting out in negative ways. So if as much as you can ignore and not give any attention to those things, no matter how unruly or uncomfortable it is, just let it be, and usually it will pass. There's times where those actions can escalate and be where you need to take other action, but as much as you can, just try to ignore them. And generally speaking, that works because they see that there's not getting that attention, so they can kind of recalibrate how they're acting and how they're going to get a good response from the adults in the room. But with that, also encourage every little positive behavior, whether it's just, hey, you got up, you're getting your coat on, good job, you're getting your shoes on like we were told, you're doing this activity, you're really having fun, that was a great job sharing your marker. Hey, good job being honest when you stepped out of the foul line in basketball, or any little thing. Everything you see, the more you encourage that, the more kids will see that, hey, positive behavior gives me good consequences and good things. Also, try to give the kids as much choice as possible. Let them choose to do the right things. Ask them questions. Try to let things be in their control, and just kind of empower them, give them that freedom, because a lot of times at school they're just being told what to do this, do that, do this, do that. So the more you can give them options with activities, whether it's, hey, we could either play basketball, we could go throw a football on the field, or we could go to the swings, which one sounds the most fun to you? And if they're not giving you an option, you can just say, well, let's go do this one. And then maybe as you're walking to that, they say, well, wait, I really want to go do that. And it's like, are you sure? And then they'll be excited. They kind of own that decision, and you can go over and do that other activity. And a lot of times too, when you're telling the kids, you can just reiterate the rules instead of telling them, don't do this. Tell them, oh, remember the rules where we said we don't do that here? What do you think is going to happen if you continue to do this? Try to make things a discussion and explain the why behind everything you're doing as much as possible. That tends to get much more positive feedback from the kids. Also, choose your battles. A lot of times, no kid is perfect. They're going to do things just to get attention, like I said, with bad behavior, but they may just do activities they may seem like they're really bored, or like just do one line, or like not take things seriously. Don't necessarily get mad about that or try to correct them, but just try to encourage them in positive ways. Like, hey, you did a good job. I'm glad you're participating, and you're trying this, and hey, when I get frustrated, this is what I do. I count to 10 and breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth. Or, hey, I know this activity is really hard. I have trouble with it too. We could try doing it a different way. Don't get stuck on the exact way that something needs to be done. Let there be a lot more freedom, and that way the kids can just have abilities succeed, even if it's in a way that you would never expect. So give lots of opportunity for creative ways. The kids are super creative. They have lots of ideas of how they do things. That's one of the fun things about it. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Yeah, and kind of a final thing is, as much as you can, try to redirect the kids. Even just try to ask questions and kind of nudge them in the right direction without telling them the right answer. Let them get to the right answer. Like, hey, what are the rules? Or are we supposed to be doing this? Kind of things like that, instead of telling them right out. You kind of want to engage with them in a way that won't be as directly like, hey, stop this. You don't want to you don't want to cause them to disengage, or just you just want to calmly. That's the other thing. Just try to stay calm no matter what's happening. Again, not reacting to the negative behavior, but encouraging positive. And finally, just follow through is really important. If you say there's going to be a consequence for something, and you say a specific thing, make sure to do that, or else that's going to set a precedent that now you can't be trusted for, oh, I can just get away with anything. So don't feel like you have to have consequences for every little thing, but just if you say you're going to do something, do it. Kind of let your yes be yes, your no be no. And I guess there's one more final thing. Just throughout, as the kids are being creative in their activities, use your creative energy and knowledge of even just all the wonderful ways the Bible stories are told in the Jesus Storybook Bible. Just apply everything, no matter how silly or goofy it seems. Apply Bible stories to, hey, look, there's a rainbow up there. Have you heard of Noah and the rainbow? And just try to be a storyteller. That's a really great way the kids seem to like connecting to Jesus and God. So don't be afraid to just get creative with activities you're doing, whether it be sewing, or I actually wouldn't be sewing, but you're doing some craft with yarn, and you can say, connect it to, I don't know, hey, there was Lydia, this purple, she was somebody who talked to Jesus. She sold and made purple things, kind of like yarn. It's like cloth. Do you know about her? Have you heard of this story? And then, you can tell how Paul talked to Lydia, and she learned about Jesus through him, and then decided to follow him, and was saved in that way. So, there's all kinds of little things. So, yeah, just be comfortable with making connections like that. And ultimately, just give yourself grace, and you're going to learn what works and what doesn't work. And it's okay if things don't go as you expect. Just have fun and be there. It's all about the relationship with the child and the family. So that comes, all about connecting your relationship with them to their relationship with God. So the more you can focus on that, and the less you can get bogged down by specifics of, oh, here's the rules, here's what has to be done, it has to go this way, and the structure. While those things are important, that's just a means to building a relationship with the kids. So yeah, just have fun, engage, encourage positive behavior, and thanks for listening to me talk for way longer than I was supposed to.